Oh, good. I have this idea for this wall behind me. This is the office wall. I want to clear this off, cover it with something that looks nice on camera. Because this is kind of, I don't know, having your diploma behind you is kind of LinkedIn core. This little thing that I made, this was sort of the inspiration for this whole thing. And I had this thought, what if I made a whole bunch of these and put them up kind of like those sound panels, the hexagon ones that everybody uses, but those are boring and gray. And so I wanted to do something cool. This is from a pattern that I know of for a blanket. I will make all the pieces of the blanket and then kind of put them up separated, covering this sort of corner, I don't know, maybe like 20 to 30, and see how that looks. I think it'll look cool. I have some different colors than this, but I do really like this sort of pink sparkly one. So I'm gonna incorporate that one, but then I want to use some other colors that I think will pop a little more. I think I want to start with taking the stuff off the wall. In this shot, you can see how messy the room is. That's gonna come later. I have a plan. This makes me look really tall. Uh-oh. Oh no. Okay, it's clear. I'm not really new to fiber arts. I am new to filming it. I wanted to use this project as a good excuse to not only do the thing that I want to do, but also motivate myself to make a video like this. I have all these ideas for cool shots, trying not to overcomplicate this and just do it. So that's this. Hopefully it doesn't suck. See you in a sec. Okay, so we have the wall and we have the idea. We need to figure out what it's going to look like up there. I like the hexagon shape and want to stick with that for the grid, but need to plan out what it's going to look like because I don't really want it to be fully symmetrical. I want it to cover into the corner, fill in the background of my video calls. Wow, that's a bad drawing. Oh, I'm making this way messier than it needs to be. It's a bit rough. I'll fix that in post. I want to figure out some better colors. I want some blues and maybe some purple, a little more variation in the color. This is a bit too monotone for what I'm looking for. So let's take a look at that. So I have 3 different sort of purpley shades. This blue to kind of accent as a lighter color in that range. Some greens, actually the same green that's here already. A red and a couple pinks as well. Thinking a bit of a mix up between the pink colors and the blue purple colors. So these flowers back in here being purple and blue, and then this middle flower being pink, and then switching those 2 colors. So there's 2 different colorways of the tile. And then this is only one of the flowers in the pattern. There's going to be another flower that I make. So there'll be 4 in total. 1 blue, 1 pink of each of the 2 types. I'm gonna start by making a couple, seeing how I feel about the color combinations, and then I'll take some photos, put it into Photoshop, and lay it out on the wall. That way I can see what it'll actually look like. The pattern, by the way, I'll link in the description. It is by Janie Crow. It's a great blanket. I haven't made the blanket, but I'm kind of making the blanket. But I have made another one of her blankets. It's amazing. This pattern's free. She has quite a few patterns that are free. Really cool flower patterns. Really love the way that these flowers, the way that she builds them out and the way that they're sort of 3-dimensional. So let me figure this out. This yarn is terrible. The scene right now is very boring because I have nothing on my wall. That's what we're here to fix. So I spent some time figuring out how to build all of these. Remember this? That now looks like this. It's got the pink and the red in the center here, and then the blue to the purple and the two greens. I have another variation. The colors are just swapped really. And then have the same thing for the other flower design. So this one is the blue and then the pink. Same idea, but slightly different flower shape. This is what the pattern looks like for that original flower. I did decide to change it slightly because I didn't love these little French knots that are on here around the middle. This is the old one, and then this is the new one. So you can see it, instead of having those French knots around the center, it instead has the same thing that the other flower pattern has, which is those little mini flowers in the middle. So I like that a lot better. I also went through a couple versions for the blank tile. The original pattern has this sort of a look. I really like the petal shapes in the solid color around the side here. And then in the original pattern, this is colored yarn, and I just didn't really love the way that that looked. I wanted it to be fully one color. So I tried this, which was just the pattern, but all in one color. And I went back and forth a lot on this, to be honest, because I kind of like the added texture that this has, but something about it just didn't really feel right when I was looking at it with the other stuff. So I tried doing the same thing, but flat, got a very similar shape, but this isn't raised, and I like this even less. So yeah, decided to scrap that one. And then, oh, I don't even have it. Please hold. Landed on this design. So you can see it's the same flower petal shapes, but I just made this center really simple so that it didn't take away from sort of the outside overall shape. You can see they're basically the exact same size. Because of the way that these flowers come together and because there's such a small border here, it ends up being a bit more rounded than this one. You can see the corners on this are a lot sharper. I'm hoping that will be fixed with blocking or the way that I hang it. It's a later problem. So those were the tiles in the pattern with the slight modifications, but I still wanted to figure out this sort of halfway tile. So I played around with it for a bit and ended up with this one. So this is meant to be sort of a halfway stage between this and this. It has that same center, the mini bubbled flower in the center, but then it has much smaller leaves coming out here. They kind of curl in on themselves, but you can see there's leaves here. And then the little bit of the accent color around the outside. So it's got that same pattern around the outside as the blank tiles. I really like the way that that looks like it's growing on top of this tile. I also had a chance to play around with the half tile because I don't think I like this idea of bending this in the corner like that. I feel like I want it to be a sharp edge. Maybe it'll be the same. Maybe it won't matter. So the blank tile is easy enough to do a half because you can kind of just stop halfway through. But the flower is a bit more complicated. You can see here, this is what I came up with for the half. I mean, it is essentially just half of the pattern. You have to do some tricky work to make it stop halfway. So it splits on the point halfway here. I only have one right now, but once I make another one, it will sit in the corner like that. I think it'll look good. I have to make the other one to see how I actually feel about it. In my head, it looks good. So that's where I'm at with the tiles. I'm really happy with how all of them look. I think I need probably close to 40. Well, there's 7.5, so only like 33 probably. Now the fun of the project begins, of just making them all. I'll finalize how it looks on the wall. I've taken photos of all of these and have started laying them out in Photoshop. I've measured to where I think I want it to go. Let's get back to work. Feels like it might be a little too big. It's 1.5 inches, which is what I was planning. But now that it's up there, I'm not as sure. It's not a great way of hanging them, but it does work for the time being. But this looks pretty good for just being taped up there. It's certainly giving the vision. Let me put up this last one. It looks cool. Have to admit, not bad. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Crochet is really just a lot of counting stitches over and over again until you're done. It also makes a lot of yarn ends. Things are going pretty well. It's a lot of the same a lot of repetition, but in general, I would say I'm pleased with the progress. Each tile is probably taking me about an hour and a half, but I usually do it while I watch TV because at this point I know the patterns by heart, and so I can just do them without needing to reference something. It's a bit slow. I'm not the fastest crocheter in the world, mostly because I make a lot of mistakes. It is a little hard to talk and crochet upside down on a table. I'm not usually doing it like this. This is really hard on the arms. Holy shit. Now that I'm done all the tiles, I need to figure out how to put them up on the wall. Right now, my best thought is putting a whole bunch of nails in the wall, like finishing nails, and stretching it in each of these corners, because I really want these lines to be as clean as possible. I don't think that's a great idea, because that's gonna be like 200 nails in the wall. Is it really 200? That's probably not a great idea, considering I rent. So my marvelous friend who has a 3D printer had this idea to 3D print some frames. Basically a little bar that goes around in the shape of a hexagon that has posts in each of the corners that I can stretch it onto, and then just, you know, put up one nail or whatever to hang that frame. So I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna design something. I'm slightly worried about how strong those posts would need to be to keep this taut, but I think it would look good, and it would give it some dimensionality as well. It would keep it off the wall. I don't know anything about 3D printing, but he does, so. I've like locked onto the eye looking thing of it.
Oh, does it? You can do like an auto.
Oh yeah. But it's, you can see it's trending it right now.
That's
so I just tapped on it. Yeah, it's pretty great. And it'll like default to like faces. I've just come home and I wanted to film something immediately because I'm really excited about how it looks. So this is it here. So the little pegs, these are the same size as those dowels that I did in the prototype. It's the perfect tension for what's needed just to hold it in place. But look at that. I am really excited about how it looks. Like, I cannot wait to get them all printed and put them up, just like up on the wall. Excited. This is giving me the hope that I need that the project will look good. I gotta weave all these in still. Oh, ho, 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 ho. It's me, Santa. Yes! Not only do I have all these, finally, I have I have 36 plastic frames. To be precise, missed a few, and some halves. So, these are all finished printing. I'm really happy with how they turned out. Now I am going to put all of these on. The prints took about an hour per frame. These are not 100% nice looking because they're going to be covered up anyway. They're just sturdy enough to hold the hexagons and be hung up on the wall. So now in the future, if I want to take these off, I don't know, change them or just like wash them to get dust off, stuff like that, it's super easy. I just have to pop them off the frames. Yeah. All right. I am going to put them all on. oh no, he broke the 180 rule. Oh shoot. I flipped the whole room around. We decided it would be better to have me on this side of the office because of the orientation of everything with my laptop. Part of the purpose for this was to have a cool background for my meetings, for work, as well as just sort of a generally cool vibe for the room. And it turns out with this orientation of my laptop here and the monitor here, it works a lot better to have it pointing into this corner. On the other side of the room, it was flipped. And so I was trying to make it work on the flat, there's a spider over there. Trying to make it work on the flat side of the wall more, and it just, I couldn't get it to work the way that I wanted it to. So we decided to flip the whole room around, which I think works better for a few different reasons. Been working on cleaning up the room a little bit, reorganizing my desk with that move as well. All that being said, today's the day. I am actually gonna start hanging stuff. In addition to that going up, I also really want to put up another shelf. I need to figure out where that will fit into the grid, because ideally it will go probably somewhere up here. Oh, that looks nice. That little line of light, that's sick. I put my markers up on the wall. I want it to be generally a bit higher in the room, I think, mostly because if I'm sitting like this, my back is going to be blocking most of it. So I want it to live in sort of this general area. And then also, since this is a standing desk, when I stand, it'll also show up in the frame. I have my box of hexagons. Oh, in the light too. Oh, my light died. Corporate wants you to find the difference between these two nails. They're the same nail. The head is slightly bigger on this one, and I have about 600 of this one, so we're gonna go with this one. One down. So I kind of forgot that the half ones don't have any holes in them. So I'm gonna drill some holes in them real quick first, I guess. Okay, yeah, so I kind of figured this would be a problem. I need to put in 2 nails for the half piece because it's just doing this. So to stabilize it, I'm gonna have to put one in the top and the bottom, which I did drill 2 holes, so thanks me 10 minutes ago. You wanna see the first one go up? Mm-hmm. Ready?
There's nothing on it.
Nope. Oh.
Ooh,
That's unforeseen.
maybe you don't need top and bottom, you need top and right.
Here?
Yeah. Would that do it?
That would do it. Problem is that means I have to drill another hole into all of these.
Right. Did you already do all of them or just one?
I did all of them. It's fine.
So are you only doing 2 nails for the half ones?
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. It seems to stay.
Ren's a genius.
You are. Okay, so I put up the first one and remeasured 1.5 inches, and I'm like, this feels way bigger than I remember it feeling. And I looked back at the footage that I recorded where I did hang them 1.5 inches, and it does feel big. So I think I'm literally gonna sticky tack them at 1.5 inches just to see how it feels, because I'm really not confident that it's gonna look good. But then I might go to 1 inch, because like holding it at 1 inch feels better. I'm gonna go through that before I commit to putting all the nails in the wall. Also, I'm gonna start from the center and sort of work my way out. I think that's the easiest way to do it, rather than try to like measure everything and put all the markings first. I think I'll just start with the corner pieces and then build my way out, measuring 1 inch each. I think that will probably end up with a better result. I don't know, it's hard to say, but like, I don't want to draw all over the wall and then, you know, worry about erasing it or whatever. It just feels like doing the work twice. So, you know what they say, measure once. That's it, that's what they say. I'm gonna go on the other side of the room to look. No, I'm gonna do 1 inch. I'm gonna call it. It's gonna look a lot better. Pretty good. The AC just kicked in, so it's a great time to start recording. This is the final look. I put up the shelf. I disassembled that lamp that I had standing in the corner. I just couldn't make it work there in the corner standing or even off to the side. I kind of hate standing lamps. They just take up so much floor space and then they can't be right against the corner. So I took it apart. I just removed the wire and the socket itself from the whole fixture. I put the wire in behind those corner pieces and then strung it up. And so it just hangs there. I might change the shade out. I don't love that plastic shade, but it could be anything because it just kind of clamps together. I had the thought of crocheting a shade for it, but I don't know. That might be too much crochet. I also have this spot right here, which I left intentionally blank because I have this thought of maybe making a clock to go there. Kind of feels like a future project thing. Anyway, it is 12:43 in the morning. I had a mini breakdown that I'd never finished this video, and then I decided to do it. So here we are. I learned a lot through this process. It's been over 3 months that I've been filming this, which is kind of insane. I had to, do the project. I had to make all the crochet pieces. It takes a long time. And I also learned a lot about how to set up in this space and a whole bunch of different ways to shoot stuff and make it work in this room. I'm hoping to add bits and pieces to the wall going forward. I'd like to improve it over time, but for now I'm really happy with it. I can't believe how it turned out. I think it looks sick and I'm just really excited to show everybody because I think it's a cool idea and I have not seen something like this before. I can also swap them out too, if I want to change something or even just rearrange them. My chair is awfully creaky. So that's it for now. I have really super enjoyed doing this. I'm really looking forward to doing more stuff like this. Maybe not such an ambitious craft DIY project. If you're still watching at this point in the video, that's insane. I don't know why you're doing that, except for probably the 10 people that I asked to. So thanks for sticking around, I guess. And until next time, I don't have an outro. Bye.